fired once. Japanese boy. Sir. The prosecution demands evidence. Indeed, there are signs that a single round was fired from their gun, but I demand that you present evidence to prove that bullet was fired at the crime scene. Why should I need evidence? I was present at the crime scene too. But I must inform you that we were not present. Unless you have evidence to support your rash claims, your words are nothing more than flimsy accusations. I need evidence that these witnesses fired their gun inside the pawn shop. The court requests evidence from the defense. Show us proof that these men fired their gun inside the pawn shop that night. The blood samples? Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? Because we said that they shot Holmes. If we could prove that Holmes' blood is at the crime scene, would that... I'm guessing that would back up our claims. I'm certain the bullet was in the calendar, though. I'll try this. That evidence is filed in here. Whatever might that be. While we were doing our own investigation, we found several bloodstains. Oops. Such lack of faith in the yard. How fitting for an egotistic Jap. In any case, this contains the reactions of all of the bloodstains we found. Then the evidence for your claim is somewhere in there. Yes, my lord. Very well. The court hereby orders the defense to provide more information. Show us the sample that proves these witnesses fired their gun at the scene. Sample 1. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that does prove it, because you can see the bullet in the calendar. Why did we not take the bullet? That's what I don't get. We know the subject, we know that that's Holmes. But yeah, you can see the bullet. What on earth is this? It's a photo we took at the pawn shop on the day of the murder. This is from the scene of the crime. Could this be? Is this not a bullet hole? I can see a bullet lodged inside. Yes, as you can see, the bullet struck a calendar. The date shown is the 16th of April. That's the day of the crime. The incident occurred at 1 AM. In other words, the shot was fired after midnight, after the date had changed. It may not be decisive, but... is this not sufficient proof that these witnesses fired a gun inside the pawn shop? Order. Your thoughts, Lord Van Zeeks? No, you don't care. Oh, the music's going. Is she gonna throw it? If that is what the defense claims, then the prosecution has no objections. Huh? Ah, there it is. Please forgive my impudence for shattering the Holy Grail within these halls of justice. Indeed, these two men brazenly broke into the pawn shop. They fired as soon as someone found them, and then they fled. They are despicable villains. What? Hold on a second. Don't just drop us in it like that, bro. You swore you'd keep mum about that, innit? Right, Wally? Tell him. I have no comments. Prosecutor Van Zeeks. Of course. He knew I was going to break down their lies. Now then. I must show my appreciation for the Japanese boy who stands before me. What do you mean? Why, thanks to you, a certain fact has just been proven. What fact is that? We were aware that when we arrested these men, their gun had been fired once. But now that we know that they shot Sherlock Holmes, it becomes clear that they could not have shot the victim. Okay. Douche. In other words, the 10 Pillars are unrelated to the murder of Hatch Windibank. So that's what he was planning. Clever. What the fuck? Yeah, we're innocent, bruv. Yeah, that's what I thought too, bruv. Illegal trespassing, attempted robbery, perjury, and now attempted murder. Seems your crimes are piling up. Aw. Don't do this to us, bruv. Now, speaking of that oh-so-great detective, Sherlock Holmes, it appears he was a regular patron of the victim's pawn shop. What in the world is he doing now? Mr. Holmes has a strange obsession of tinkering with bizarre machinery. What does he mean by bizarre, huh? Why don't you glare at him instead? He was such a loyal customer that he even set up this strange device inside the shop. That's... Holmes' automatic crime recording device. The Hackard. What is that? It looks to be a camera of sorts. You are correct, my lord. It appears to be a camera with a small clock attached to it. It automatically takes pictures of the shop in 30-minute intervals. Should robbers break in, this camera will take pictures of them. I see. I've brought a night's worth of pictures taken from this camera. 8 PM. 8:30. As you can see, if nothing occurs at any given night, it wastes an awful amount of film. It certainly is a rather wasteful security device. 2 of these cameras are set up inside the shop. If we look at the floor plans, they are here and here. But if it only takes a photo every 30 minutes, what happens if a burglar breaks in and leaves in between photos? Perhaps we're meant to pray that these burglars sit and chat for 30 minutes or so. As it happens, these witnesses were not captured in any of the photos that night. Oh, we got well lucky, bruv. Yeah, look like the good Lord himself is on the 10-pillar side. Allow me to confirm one thing, witnesses. Around what time did you break into the shop? It was around 1 in the morning. Ain't no doubt in my mind. Right, bruv? Yeah, I'm sure it was around 1 in the morning, bruv. Let's confirm one more thing then. What did the camera capture just before these 2 hooligans broke into the shop? Yeah, take a look if you please. Oh, fuck. This is... the defendant. Gina Lestrade. Fuck. Well... let me guess, all the jurors are gonna be guilty. As you can see... the defendant was aiming the gun at the victim. Well, no, she was actually aiming it at the ceiling. She was likely trying to coerce him into opening the storeroom door. Indeed, that seems to be the natural assumption. The court accepts this photograph as evidence. Shop photo, Gina. Photograph taken by the automatic crime recording device. It appears to show the moment just before the crime occurred. No way. Gene Bean? Now, I'm sure you all see. There is no one else who could have shot Hatch Winterbank save for the accused. No! Oh no. My lord. No, it's just gonna be a USA. One old war veteran wishes to speak with you. What is it, Foreman? Ever since I took a shell to the knee during the Battle of Maywand, I've been forced to stay off the battlefield, with only a medal to show for it. Compared to my victories in battle, a medal is nothing. And, where are you going with this? For this past year, I have continued to wage war on the battlefield known as life. And now, with my 5 fellow comrades by my side, I have found our final resting place. I swear I have, my lord. Okay, so this is gonna be guilty. Not you say. To put it in layman's terms, the jury has reached a unanimous verdict. Am I wrong? Is he wrong, Foreman? You would not be wrong to believe as such. Hey, come on. It's too early to jump to conclusions. Come now, deliver your verdict, my 5 fellow comrades. A beautiful handkerchief and a beautiful verdict. That is a maid's goal. The truth has finally come to light. It's almost stereoscopic. I wouldn't forget. I just can't remember that. Well, so he's a doctor. The situation is electrifyingly clear. There's no need to rack our brains over this anymore. Why's he got a mouse? I actually feel sorry for these young brothers. They are unlucky. Very well. Jurors, I would ask you to voice your opinions. You've made your deliberations. Present your verdict to the court. You say. Ah. Well. Shit. It seems the jury has reached a unanimous conclusion. This picture. It must be the decisive evidence that Inspector Gregson mentioned. Yeah. But Jean Bean didn't shoot anyone. Yeah, of course she didn't. It doesn't look too good though. My lord. The defense asserts its right to a closing argument. The court acknowledges you're right, and denies it. Of course, it's no surprise that you would waste our time with your sad, vain struggle. The closing argument will now commence. Foreman, are you prepared? My platoon is already in formation. Very well. 6 jurors. The court orders you to explain the reasons and the basis behind your guilty verdicts. The jury's assertions. Every bit of evidence points toward the defendant's guilt, you see. It's a maid's duty to dispose of any and all unsightly rubbish, that is all. Right, you're getting pressed. If you look at the photo stereoscopically, the truth becomes plain to see. If I forgot, then he wouldn't be alive in the first place, right? Wait, what? I'm prepared to transmit my current feelings to the world through radio waves. Through radio waves. Judging people by looks is wrong. Those 3 men have done nothing evil. Wait, what? Indeed, the crime scene and evidence all point to the defendant. Both she and the victim were alone together, inside a locked storeroom. The defendant was holding the weapon, and these witnesses heard her shooting him. And above all, just look at this photo. Yeah, we get it. I've been on the battlefield. I know what people look like when they're shooting to kill. I mean, she's wearing a hat. Mr. Holmes's photo made them even more sure of it then. Oh, Holmesy, can't live with him, but you can't live without him. With this much evidence against you, I doubt you'll be able to overturn this verdict. Gina never fired that gun. As long as I keep that in mind, I should be able to uncover some hidden truth. Yeah. Defense, begin your closing argument. Okay. The defense's rebuttal. Every bit of evidence points towards the defendant. I mean, that's logical. Yeah, what the hell does she mean? I see you're intently scrubbing away, as usual. Even a single speck of dust represents failure. That's the maid spirit. So when you say unsightly rubbish, when I travel to the market, I always have to pass through the East End. Pickpockets, beggars, even bandits. The East End truly is the rubbish dump of London. I don't think I like the way you're talking. Alright, I suppose I should be more direct. If I could, I would clean up every single one of those back alleys. However, there is already a man doing my work for me. Our own great detective. That must be the Sherlock Holmes, correct? Indeed. I read the Strand magazine whenever I get a break from working. I love reading the stories of him cleaning up the filth that pervades London. It makes one realise that our great detective is really the great maid of London. Mr. Holmes is a maid now. and it makes me all the angrier. How dare pure rubbish shoot our poor great detective? Gina didn't shoot Mr. Holmes, one of the tin pillars did. Whoever it is doesn't change the fact that they're pure filth. No, wait, I have to make sure we're clear on that point. Fine, then I will change my statement. The tin pillars are pure filth, they deserve death for shooting our great detective. Oh. I'm just like, could that clash with anybody? I could try it. If you look at the photo stereoscopically, the truth becomes plain to see. If I forgot, then he wouldn't be alive in the first place, right? Oh! Oh! Yeah, I can clash with him. Yeah, he said those three men have done nothing wrong. Or nothing evil, but they shot Sherlock Holmes. Okay, there we go. Whew. These two statements are clearly contradictory. What in blazes? Defense, the court demands an explanation. A contradiction? From my mouth? Again? Contradiction. Contradiction. Juror 6, you seem to lack a fundamental understanding of this case. Fundamental? Juror 2 said it herself only moments ago. The tin pillars shot at least one bullet as they ran from the pawnshop. And that vile bullet struck our poor dear Sherlock Holmes. You don't mean to tell me that you didn't catch that, do you? Vile bullet. Bullet. Juror 6, excuse me. Oh, sorry, my English not very good. Does that mean you really didn't catch that? Oh my god. I am sorry, I did not receive that. Huh? Oh, here. Bullet. Small metal object fired from a gun. You needed to tell me this. I am from Russia. It is him. I knew it. No one else chose someone like this to be a juror. So, these evil-looking men told lie. They say they done nothing, but they actually shoot at a man. Yes, that is correct. The poor mouse! Oh, look at it! Oh, lying is bad, especially for evil-looking men. I don't think this is related to their appearance. So, maybe they've stolen nothing is also lie. Is it? According to the art investigation, nothing seemed to be missing from the pawnshop. Stop squeezing that mouse. I believe no one now. Hey, maybe you should be a little more gentle with your mouse. I must see, with my own eyes. But you can't really do that. We're in the middle of a trial. Come on, Ryu. Of course we can. It's real simple. Huh? All we need to do is use Holmes' automatic crime recording device. Oh! If we compare the photo of Jean Bean with the one right after, we can tell right away what's been stolen or not. Ah! Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Good grief, how shameless of you to address the prosecutor during the closing argument. This is the photo in which the accused entered the shop and threatened the pawnbroker. Right, eyes open. The two then moved to the storeroom. After that, the tin pillars broke in. Soon after, they heard a simple gunshot. What's missing? Fuck. Unfortunately, no photo was taken of that moment. However, this photo shows the state of the counter after they fled the scene. This is after Holmesy was shot, right? I don't see anything aside from the lamp being broken. From what I can see, it doesn't look like anything was stolen. The lamp was broken, however. There's not really anything missing from the second photo. So, the evil-looking brothers half-lie. They shoot once but steal nothing. That seems to be the case. Good. It's not good at all. Anyway, I make a mistake. If these men lie, I want to hear more. Okay. Oh! Hey! Which means the maid has done that as well. Good shit. Good shit. Whoa, good job, Ryu. The balance tipped back to our side a bit. It all starts with one. I'm sure there's some truth that we just aren't seeing yet. Once I can find that truth, we can turn this trial on its head. Very well. Defense, resume your closing argument. Ah, the maid doesn't do the same. Okay. The court shall also accept this photo into evidence, in case we need it later. Shop photo after crime scene has been filed in the court record. Oh, yeah. Photograph taken by the automatic crime recording device appears to show the moment just after the crime occurred. Another photo, huh? Maybe I can use this somehow. Wait, there's that guy with the stereoscope. Can we give him them? Hunt down and exterminate all lies. She is not guilty for now. What do you say? Prepare to transmit my current feelings to the world through radio waves. Sure. So many of the jurors just don't give you an explanation. They just say random shite. Excuse me, well, what are these radio waves? From your appearance, I guess you must be from the Far East. Indeed. Yes, I come from the Empire of Japan. Long ago, messages would be relayed between our countries with letters. It would take a whole month by boat for letters to travel, but now... She's talking about international telegrams. We relay messages using electrical signals. The whole world is connected by miles and miles of cables under the sea. Cables? Under the sea? Are we still talking about real life here? Oh my, you are so knowledgeable for someone your age. But in the coming age, we won't even need those cables. Really? Jesus Christ. It's all about radio waves. Electric signals will fly through the air in the coming century. I'm trembling with excitement. No, dare I say, I'm buzzing with excitement. I mean, she's onto something. Right. Her eyes are sparkling with joy. Wireless communications. It's the pinnacle of a century. Even if certain deluded people believe their toy stereoscopes are so amazing. If you ask me, it's all ridiculous. Ah. Okay, he got pissed. We'll question him. Shut up. I noticed you were getting a little angry there, Jera 3. What do you want? You look like you have something you want to say about Jera 5's statement. Though I'm sure I can guess what it is. Then I'll just say it. Look at me, you. Me? Who else could he be talking to? How dare you call the stereoscope a toy? That's what it is, isn't it? Oh wow, it lets you look at things in 3 dimensions. Take a look around you, everything is already in 3 dimensions. Ouch. I don't think he'll recover from that one. What is this? That's all there is to it, it's absolutely useless. You just don't get it. What? Being able to look at a picture stereoscopically. Imagine the possibilities that hide behind this simple revelation. You might not be able to, but I'll tell you. What would those possibilities be? For example, let's say we had a picture of the crime scene, which we do. If we could look at that stereoscopically, we might be able to reveal some clues that we hadn't seen before. Really? Ryu, do we have any photos that we might be able to view stereoscopically? We do! A picture we can look at stereoscopically. Yeah, of course I have one. There we go. These two. Alright, Jera 3. Could you really look at these pictures stereoscopically? Why, of course, Mr. Attorney. Then, if you please. Okay, I'll need one more photo from you then. These 2 photos were taken by the same automatic crime recording device. That will do. By the way, Mr. Attorney, do you know why we can see stereograms in 3 dimensions? Do you know the mechanics behind it? Let's see, if I'm right, I learned this yesterday. I've got this. The views from your left and right eyes have a very slight difference in alignment, yes. The difference is synthesized into one 3-dimensional picture inside your brain. You're exactly right. Which means the misalignment between these two pictures is important. So if you line up the two pictures that are exactly the same, what happens? Of course, you wouldn't be able to view it stereoscopically. Oh. Oh! I get it. I get it now. Oh, it seems the little lady over there has caught on. Oh dear! Jesus Christ. Oh my god, they look so dirty. I get it now. I understand now, Ryu. Do you really? That's great, Iris, but can you stop crossing your eyes at me? Ryu, look at Holmesy's two pictures one more time. There's a clear difference between the two photos, isn't there? Yeah, there's people missing. Of course. Gino and Hatch are only in one of the pictures. Oh my god. Oh, it's like I can read his mind, right? Yep, you can tell that at a glance. Now, how about we have a looky-look-see, stereoscopically? Alright, we'll give it a try. Okay, let's see. I should cross my eyes until the two photos overlap. I mean, the only thing I notice is that the lamp is broken. Try and get the quill in the middle of the pictures to overlap. I mean, I'm just looking at each of them, like, over and over, and I don't see anything. This is... incredible! So... did you manage to see it stereoscopically, Ryu? It's working! Oh! What on earth is going on with these photos? Huh? Wait, what? The stuff on top of the desk is floating. Yeah. Wow. That's so stupid. Yes, this is exactly what is happening. This is the other ability of stereoscopic vision. The other ability? But what on earth does this mean? Why are the things on the counter floating? If you think about the principles of stereoscopic vision, you'll come to see the answer. The principles of stereoscopic vision. Allow me to repeat myself. If you line up two of the same photo, you won't see it stereoscopically. It's because there is a difference between the two photos at all that you see it that way. Then, in that case... at a glance, what's on the counter looks untouched between the pictures. But in reality, there is a slight misalignment in their locations. Exactly. Ah. Now hold on a moment. That whole being able to see the photo stereoscopically thing is simple. But why are these photos misaligned? Where is your counterattack, Oriental Attorney? What? Me? How would I know? You do know. I think it's very simple. What? Really? Let's see. How about we think about this in order? First, at 1 AM, this picture was taken. And then, 30 minutes later, this picture was taken. What's more, in this second photo, the things on top of the counter are slightly out of place. Which means what? They were moved. During that 30-minute period, someone moved the things on the counter. Someone moved the stuff on the counter? But that hasn't been mentioned in any of the testimony. Now I see. This was quite the detour, but here it comes. We're finally going to reach the last stop of this closing argument. If that's the case, the next question is clear. Who exactly moved the things on top of the counter? You mean to say you know the answer? Of course. Who was it that caused this slight difference between the pictures? That's easy. Nemi or Tully. I'll go with this. I'll go with Nemi, he's taller, so it'd make more sense. What's gonna happen with this guy? Egg Benedict. Yeah, it's either of these two. It was the previous witnesses, the Tin Pillar brothers. I am confused. Those boys say earlier. The second we enter the shop, the crime happened. We touched nothing in that shop. Boom, boom. You are saying this is more lies? This is what you are saying? Yes, sir. But surely they weren't the only ones. Right. That defendant is a pickpocket, yes? She could have very easily ransacked the counter. No, that's hard to believe. Why? As we can see from this photo, the